All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in, and guys, we are live. We are live. I figured I'd do a quick live stream here, just to let you guys know right off the bat, man. I am not feeling that well. I'm kind of sick. Honestly, I need to be resting right now, but I did want to come on here and talk about this Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Conor Benn stuff because it's been weighing on me. It's not gonna be long. It's like I said, it's a quick rant, but like I said, I do need to be in the bed right now. So let's start off with Ryan Garcia. I want to start off with Ryan Garcia. You guys know he is set to take fight. Who is it? Mario Barrios in about a week. They're fighting at the T-Mobile Arena for Mario Barrios' WBC title at welterweight. And who's on the card here? It's a pretty stacked card, I think. Yeah, it's a pretty stacked card. Richard Hitcherson's on the card. He's fighting Oscar Duarte. We have Gary Antoine Russell fighting Andy Hiroka. And Frank the Ghost Martin. He'll be fighting Nahir Albright. So I might just go ahead and order that pay-per-view since the card is so stacked. But anyway, I want to talk about Ryan Garcia first. And I want to play this clip. Let me find it. This clip of Ryan Garcia being asked about his title shot. You know, when people say he doesn't deserve a title shot. Let me pull it up. I want you guys to listen to this.
Garcia is lucky to get a world title shot. No, that is definitely cap. People love to complain about me, but there's been many instances where people come off a loss to get a title shot. Nobody was complaining when Rolly's got a shot at the title after a loss with me. You know, it's kind of funny, but at the end of the day, I'm going to prove why I deserve this title shot.
All right, so you guys heard that, and that's cap. That's absolutely cap. Rolly won his last fight before he got this title shot with Ryan Garcia. You guys know he beat Ryan Garcia. And people did complain about Rolly getting a title shot after his loss. For one, I was one of them. When he lost to Gervonta Tank Davis, you guys know he went up to 140. They were giving him a title shot. I think is with Alberto Puello. You guys remember that, right? And Puello popped hot for an illegal banned substance. And in steps, I think it was Ismael Barroso. And Ismael Barroso pretty much handled Rolly in that fight. And they gave Rolly the win. They gave Rolly the win. Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing? They gave Rolly the win. And then Rolly, I think he lost to Isaac Pitbull Cruz. He lost that fight. He lost his title. Then he fought some other guy named Haney or something like that. I can't remember the guy's name. He won that fight, and then that's when he moved to 147, got the title shot, the WBA regular title shot with Ryan Garcia. That's when he got that shot. And Ryan got the shot after coming off of a suspension because he had illegal banned substances in his system. So yeah, that's cap. That's all cap. And here's the thing. Ryan Garcia, he gets these shots. Rolly gets these shots because they're part of the machine. And Devin Haney's not a part of the machine. Devin Haney is his own self-promoting person. You know, he's not up under these banners. And this is why it's so tough for him to get these fights. Here it is. Devin's at 147. He's a champion at 147. And he can't get anybody in the ring. Rolly was a champion at 147. Rolly didn't want to fight. Of course, he can't fight. He can't fight Barrios because he's fighting Ryan Garcia. Who's the other guy? Crocker, Lewis Crocker. I think he did want to fight Devin Haney, but the politics with Eddie Hearn is kind of blocking that fight. And they're talking about after the Ryan fight with Mario Barrios, they're looking at Conor Benn. So as you guys can see, they're trying to block him out. And this is what I'm talking about in the sport of boxing. It's not about, the best fight and the best competition. It's about a lot of times uh, these entities doing not what's best for boxing, but what's best for them, or having these grudges against people because, they don't want to play the game the way they want them to play the game. This is what's going on right now. Now, I did hear that Bill Haney said something about Xander Zayas. He said he called him food or something like that for Devin Haney. Uh, Devin Haney moving up to 154, you know, maybe that's what he's going to have to do. I don't want to see him do that yet. I would rather him be able to try and unify titles at 147. But, if you can't do it, you can't do it. So we're just going to have to let this play out and see what happens with that. But it's, this type of stuff, man, this is what makes boxing so bad. This is why, your hardcore fans turn away, because now it's become like this prima donna show. It's all about popularity. And I'll say this, they're promoting the hell out of this Ryan fight. They're really promoting it like, like I've never seen before. So kudos to them for promoting the fight. But at the same time, Ryan's done absolutely nothing, guys. He's done absolutely nothing in the sport of boxing. Nothing. Now, Conor Benn, he's another one. I don't like Conor Benn. I made that clear to a lot of you guys. I want you guys to listen to this. Let me pull this up. Let me find it here. Now, this is Conor Benn talking about Devin Haney and boxing. Listen to this. Hold on, let me pull it back here.
I don't watch boring fight. I don't watch Haney. He's the most boring fighter on the planet. I don't watch boring fighters. Oh, look at shoulder. Wow. No, I'm not bothered, mate. Not bothered.
I don't know if you guys heard that. Let me replay it so you guys can hear it from the beginning.
I don't watch boring fight. I don't watch Haney. He's the most boring fighter on the planet. I don't watch boring fighters. Oh, look at shoulder. Wow. No, I'm not bothered, mate. Not bothered.
Okay, so basically he says boxing is boring. He doesn't want to watch boxing. Haney's the most boring boxer on the planet. And that right there, when I hear fighters say stuff like that, first of all, let me say this. If boxing is so boring, why are you in boxing? Take your ass over to the UFC if boxing is so boring. And when I hear fighters talk like this lets me know one thing, that they are one-dimensional fighters. They don't want to have to go into the ring and make adjustments. They want someone to stand right in front of them. They want to be able to just, tee off on these guys. That's what that tells me when I hear stuff like that. This is what pisses me off so much about it. Being well-rounded as a boxer, that's important. Some guys are going to be power guys. Some guys are going to have power, have great footwork, great jab. You should be well-rounded as a fighter. That's a cop-out. You don't want to have to do the heavy lifting. You don't want to have to do the hard work. And I'll say this, if you're a champion, you should want to rise to the occasion when it comes to stuff like that. You should want to rise to the occasion. But these guys, they want the easy way all the time. They want to fight somebody that's tailor-made for them. And this is why I respect guys like Devin Haney so much. Say what you want about him, but he's not running from these guys. He's not ducking these guys. He's chasing these guys. And what are they doing? They're talking about how boring he is. He's not saying that. He's trying to get in the ring with these guys. So if he's so boring, why don't you get in the ring with him and make it an exciting fight? You don't want to get in the ring with him because you can't beat that style. Styles make fights and you can't adjust. That's the whole gist of it. And like I said, a lot of these people like Eddie Hearn, they keep this stuff going because they don't want their money person getting in the ring with someone like Devin Haney, because Devin Haney's not up under their banner. We've seen the same thing with Terrence Bud Crawford. It's the same thing over and over again. And a lot of the fans play into the machine. We see that a lot of these fighters, they play into the machine because they really don't want to fight tough competition. So they play like that and they screw themselves in the end. Basically, that's what happens. And as far as Ryan Garcia goes, I mean, look, he's done absolutely nothing. Here it is, the guys like Devin Haney, the guys like Shakur Stevenson. Let's just look for a minute. Shakur Stevenson is now a 4-division champion. Devin Haney is a 3-division champion and a former undisputed champion. Ryan Garcia has never been a champion. Conor Benn has never been a champion. His claim to fame is popping hot for an illegal banned substance and beating a drained fighter. Yeah. But yet, these are the guys they want to push. Make that make sense, guys. Make that make sense. Why are they pushing these guys? Why are they pushing those guys? I mean, really think about it. Why are they pushing these guys who haven't done anything? It doesn't make any sense. The guys they need to be pushing is the guys that's trying to get in the ring, the guys that's trying to make the best fights. What are you guys saying here? Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely nuts, the things that go on in the sport of boxing. And a lot of times, like I said, a lot of these fighters, you know, they play into it. You know, they're not helping their situation. You know, they're just not. The WBC, matter of fact, let me pull up the rankings for the WBC. The rankings for the welterweights in the WBC. Okay, so here it is. Mario Barrios is number 1. Well, he's a champion, of course. They got Conor Benn ranked number 1 here. Conor Benn's ranked number 1. Pacquiao at number 3. Ryan Garcia at number 4. They don't even have Devin Haney on here. He's not even ranked on here in the top 10 at all. Make that make sense. Why is Ryan on here? Like I said, he's done absolutely nothing. Why is Conor Benn on here? He's done nothing. This is what I'm talking about. The WBC, another corrupt organization, helped playing into this stuff. And this is why Zuffa Boxing, the Ring Magazine title, you know, they haven't taken over yet, but this is what's going to happen. This is why, because of stuff like this. And I told you guys, I do like, you know, the 4-belt thing. But the issue with it is that they're not making these guys fight one another. And then the corruption inside the sanctioning bodies. So if it has to go to like a UFC model where there's one champion, then, you know, it is what it is. Then you're going to have to fight. Then you're going to have to fight the best. There's not going to be any more excuses. So we'll see what happens with this situation. But I just wanted to do that quick rant because, you know, it was needed. I am sick. I'm going to go lay down for a little bit. But I will be making my prediction video about the fight once I get a little bit better, guys. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Listen to me rant on. Where you from there? From Denver? Hey, what's going on? What's going on, man? And I'm feeling like garbage, man. I'm feeling like garbage. Ever since I got back from Thailand, I got here, and it was snowing here bad, and my heat went out. And I had to wait for a part for like 5 days, so it's just been crazy. So I'm going to take some medicine. I'm going to lay down for a little bit and try to get better. I'm not going to even work out today. I was going to do my training today, but I shouldn't even try to train while I'm feeling like this. All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. But you guys, if you watch this, if you're not watching now and you're watching afterwards, let me know how you feel about this in the comment section. Is this something that truly bothers you about the sport of boxing? Because it is really starting to irk me that guys who don't deserve things are getting them handed to them. I mean, it's just crazy. Ryan Garcia, this is why he's never done anything, because he's always had everything handed to him. You know, He doesn't have to work hard for anything. He hasn't worked hard for a title shot. And you got a lot of yes people around him, and a lot of people, they're looking at it as a popularity contest. They're not looking at it as, who's the best fighter. This is the problem with the sport of boxing today. It's just nasty work. All right, guys. Thanks, man. I'm going to try my best to get well. I'm try my best. But anyway, you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.